Hello everyone. The following is a summary of floods, a natural disaster which is profound information about human strength in facing disasters, and at the same time, a call for solidarity to combat the negative effects of climate change. Now, let's go. In September 2023, the Harrowing region in France faced a terrible flood, causing serious and heartbreaking damage. The flood began when heavy rain continued for a long period of time in the area, causing more than normal rainfall. Water flows from rivers and streams began to rise rapidly, flooding riverside towns and villages, causing severe flooding. Thunderstorms have hit thousands of fronts. Heavy rains have affected most of the water streams in the western region, overflowing it. Current cars along with them have been severely affected by floods and warnings. Orange has been declared in many areas such as Oil. More than 100 houses on the first floor were flooded. The country has been affected by storms and heavy rains. Floods have begun to devastate some parts of the country. More than 10,000 residents have had electricity problems, and strong storms have also raged in the suburbs of Paris. On September 2, 2022, torrential rains caused rivers and streams in Plovdiv province to overflow their banks, flooding many villages, including Bogdan, Rosino, Karavalovo, Stoletovo, Pesnopoy, and Trelistnik. According to reports, at least 200 homes were destroyed or damaged. The area has no electricity or drinking water due to damaged infrastructure. Roads and bridges were also destroyed, isolating some settlements. Military helicopters were deployed to carry out the rescue of about 6 people, as well as provide supplies for the relief effort. Too much torrential rain has caused flooding recorded by the Vietnam Department of Natural Disaster Management in Thanh Hoa, Nghệ An, and Hà Tĩnh provinces. Floodwaters also flooded highways at some points passing through the district, making it difficult for vehicles to pass through the locality. In low-lying areas, many houses were flooded to the roof during the night. Self-management groups in villages warned people to quickly evacuate and move their belongings to high-rise buildings. Some large reservoirs were almost full or exceeded. In addition, more than 100 hectares of crops and industrial plants were flooded or damaged. About 100 hectares of fish farming area in ponds and lakes were seriously damaged. In devastated areas, natural disaster, October 2, 2022. Nature's fury hits Asia. Tens of thousands of people were affected by floods in Nghệ An, Vietnam. The flood hit Khai Son district at around 2 a.m. yesterday, with Ta Ca and Muang Shen town most severely affected. Khai Son district authorities have deployed rescue forces to support stranded people, focusing on evacuating people to a safe place and moving property to avoid damage. The floodwaters rose so strongly in some places that rescuers encountered many difficulties. In some residential areas, the water level rose halfway up the house, forcing some people to climb onto rooftops. Local government headquarters. The area was also flooded. This is the most serious flash flood ever in the district. The southeastern region is worst affected by flooding. Spain continues to be affected by flash floods caused by heavy rain, with the country's meteorological office, EMET, issuing multiple major rainfall weather warnings. Weak influence on Spain. On the Mediterranean coast, as well as the capital Madrid, rain warnings were issued in Murcia, the southeastern region, which was worst affected by flooding on Tuesday. Flint's forced schools to close in the Murcia, Valencia, and Andalusia regions last week as the region struggled to cope with heavy rainfall. Heavy monsoon rains across India have caused floods and landslides, killing up to 868 people in several states. This season lasts from June to September and wreaks havoc across South Asia every year. Floods in recent days have caused houses to be swept away and agricultural crops destroyed in many areas. Millions of people have been affected, many trapped in fast-flowing waters. Rescue teams have been deployed to the most severely affected areas. At least 8 people are missing after Storm Alex devastated southeastern France, causing what the mayor of Nice said was the worst storm in more than a century. Flash floods swept away many bridges. Many houses were eroded by water, causing houses to collapse and float down the river, leaving mountainous villages isolated. Heavy rains and flash floods are hitting Pakistan. Videos show that many castles and architectural works have collapsed due to water erosion across the country. Prolonged rains and winds have killed nearly 1,000 people, and more than 20 million people lost their homes. The rainfall was so heavy that the roads were flooded. The army rescued people from their homes to safe areas. More than 2,000 miles of roads were destroyed. Pakistan was ranked as the 8th most vulnerable country extreme weather around the world. In Spain, dozens of cars were swallowed as floodwaters swept through residential areas in the city, completely inundating homes and businesses. Wendy Urquhart reports that this was once a road, now it's a river, and dozens of cars were swallowed as floodwaters swept through residential areas in the city, leaving homes and businesses damaged. Completely saturated, a lot of water fell last night. And this man, just look at the state of a place last night. All the neighbors in the building saved the water for 4 hours when another fireman faced an uphill struggle as they try to rescue drivers trapped in their cars. The terrible weather has forced authorities to close some Valencia roads and the metro. The system was also shut down as torrential rain lashed the city for 24 hours non-stop. According to the forecast, it will be dry and sunny for the next few days, which will give people a chance to clean up the mess the floods left behind. But they won't be able to salvage much because everything is completely submerged. Thanks for your watching. Hope you have time to feel about climate change. Please like, share, and subscribe to get more of our updates every day. Goodbye and see you again.